Shimali Pereira, and I'm a registered art therapist currently practicing in Colombo. Last week we launched our online art experiential activities, and we thank all of you who sent us your lovely feedback, and we want to offer yet another activity for you to do from home with your loved ones today. So we've been staying at home for a week or more, and there are many emotions that are involved in this. So before we start, I'd like to take you through a small breathing exercise. So why don't you take your hand and keep it on your chest. Close your eyes and just for a moment feel your breath. So we'll take 3 small breaths together. 1, 2, 3. And the reason I want you to do this is to become aware of your breath. So this is a small mindful exercise because there's so much going on around us, so many emotions, so much of chaos around us, and in time like this we don't pay attention to our own breath. So this is a small exercise to make you mindful and calm and peaceful. So stay tuned for more. So a few things before we start. Firstly, we need to validate our feelings. So there may be some of us who are feeling angry, frustrated, anxious, or tensed about all that's going on. So let's not be hard on ourselves, but look into our heart and our emotions right now and see what it is that you're feeling right now. And if you're feeling angry or frustrated, just tell yourself, I'm feeling angry right now, but it's okay. Or I'm feeling frustrated right now, but it's okay. And today's activity is really going to target those emotions and help to validate whatever it is you're going through. And secondly, if you're watching this today and you're thinking to yourself, why do I need to make art? Or why do I need to do this? Well, research has proven that art making greatly reduces our stress hormone called cortisol. So I'm pretty sure that for most of us, our stress hormone is very high these days, and this is why another means through which we can really reduce our stress hormone and really help to cope with all that we're going through. Another thing that research has really shown is that art making helps to improve one's mood. So most of us are going through a lot of negative moods, a lot of negative emotions. So this activity can really help you to improve your mood and to make you look at things in a more positive way. So for today's activity, what we're going to do is something called Crumble Art. And once again, what you need is basic art material, and just crayons and felt pens will do. And if you don't have that, just a paper, pen and pencil is also good enough. And also this activity is something that you can do together with your family. It's something you can do alone. And those of you who have children, it's something that you can also encourage your children to do to help them to validate their emotions as well. So we start by taking the paper, and whatever those emotions that we spoke of, if you're going through it right now, just put all of that into the paper and crunch it up, as a means of releasing your stress, releasing your frustration, releasing your anxiety. And once it's all crunched up, now the next step is you slowly open it out. So be careful not to tear your paper, but slowly open it up. And once you open it out, you can just crease it out a bit. So you will see in your paper, I'm not sure if it's visible in the camera, but you'll see all these lines coming from the crumble What you need to do now is you can take whatever medium of choice. If a pen or a pencil is all you have in store, that's fine. Or a felt pen or a crayon, you just pick up whatever color you like. And what you have to do is to draw out the lines that you see. So this is an activity that you can actually spend the whole day with. So don't rush. It's also a form of being mindful. So be mindful about the lines you're drawing. You don't need to rush and take your time. So we start and draw as much as you can. You don't need to stress about having to draw all the lines, but whatever you're comfortable with. So I have finished drawing out the lines on my crumbled art, and this is what it looks like. Maybe yours doesn't look the same as this, that's fine. There is no right or wrong way. So once you have got this done, what you need to do is you take your paper and you turn it around, and this requires your creativity and your imagination. So you turn your paper around until you find some kind of an image that pops up for you. Once that image pops up, what you do is you outline it with a different color and you color it in. And you keep doing it until you have a complete picture. So I'll show you an example of what pops up for me. So this is an example of an outline that I just did. It may not really make sense, but I encourage you to continue to do it. And actually there's a element of humor involved in this as well, because the things that you outline cannot be realistic. It can be funny, it can be creatures that are from like a fantasy world, or cartoon characters. Whatever it may be, it's okay, and it doesn't have to look perfect. And once you have got that done, it will look something like this. So this is an example of something I did for myself some time back as a means of really releasing all the stress and the anxiety that's surrounding us at the moment. So actually I started with this bottom image. And initially for me it didn't make sense and I didn't know what I was drawing, but I continued to draw. I continued to outline, and once I finished the outline, I colored it in. And then as I started coloring it in, it actually made sense to me. And this is the humor element for me, because this is to me it looks like a big rhinoceros who's currently enjoying the freedom of nature and is chilling, so to say. And this is a person who's just resting, and this is also nature. So the sizes and all are very unrealistic, but that's you're playing with fantasy, you're playing with imagination, creativity, and humor. So for me, the message that comes out from this picture is about finding time to rest during this time, and also about being one with nature. So share your images with us, share your stories with us. We'd like to hear how this process was like for you. And also, if you need further support, you can definitely get in touch with us. So before we finish off, one more thing. You can just take your hands now and just give yourself a big hug. You can just close your eyes and just enjoy the moment of just hugging yourself. And we'll take a deep breath and let go of our hands. Thank you.